A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to some more GWK FSI TEV, and we got ourselves a side bet going on with this current competition here on Need for Speed Payback. Because right now, it does look like we have ourselves quite a big thing going on right here. With a good old Ford Series truck going up against another off-road vehicle here that I have with me right now. And let's see how far it can go here. They have nitro, okay. Too bad I got some as well. Oh man. Here we go. And of course there's Choo Choo in the background again. I fell off the track! Seriously?
Keep a lookout near the canyons. Got two of my favorites.
I tell you, the way that you fall off this thing a little too easily. Oh, don't fall. There you go. Let's try not to fall over here as well. Yeah, and there it goes. It's skipping again and again. Well, you know what? That's just fine because I'm going to be anticipating a lot more than just what's been happening already here. So, at this point in time, I'm more than just used to it. After all, I don't really have to play Need for Speed Payback all over again, but there's a good chance that with the PS Now program that I'm going back to with a 3-month activation code in my hands, I feel like I might have to revisit Need for Speed Rivals just because. I mean, the fact is that game has been pretty much lost along with... Oh, what the heck? How did I not fall off course there? I fell off course on the side of that cliff back there. How did I not crash through the barriers here? I don't see... Well, you know, that's probably just a minor complaint because this is a great game nonetheless. Too great, as a matter of fact. The fact that you have a lot of things to do around here, an open world environment, a huge variety of cars to select across multiple categories, including on-road, off-road, drifting, racing, drag, and many other things, pretty much. I tell you, this is... I'd certainly call this the best title for a good reason. Need for Speed Rivals was also pretty awesome, but it certainly doesn't really have the kind of versatility to it. And while it does have a lot of unique innovations to it and some rather imperative addings to it that we never quite expected to see in a Need for Speed title, I will say that this one still holds up pretty well. Though I will also admit that Need for Speed Heat, while it does have several flaws in it, I still treat it like it's a good game. Because it kind of is. I can't lie about that. Same thing goes for the 2015 reboot title. Also for the PS4, so that's 4 games total, but we've been getting PS4 ports to some of the older titles as well. Mostly because they're available on the PlayStation Store, but you know what? Aside from all that, I'm certainly gonna see a lot of whole new opportunities unfold, because as the 9th generation consoles are now on the market, pretty much in full force by this point, after all we've been through throughout the last 3 to 4 years, all this stuff that we've been having to suffer from, I tell you, I mean, I'm more than ready to just catch a break right here. Starting in 2022, I hope to have a lot of things set aside so I can have a better future ahead. The present that we've been dealing with all this time finally is starting to show that it's beginning to subside, but as soon as we're out of this awful year, as soon as we're out of here, New Year's Day 2022 and onwards, I know that things are going to get better. That's what I know. Wow. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I got 96,000 points for jumping high in the air. And it looks like I got another... Wow. Another 80... So in total, that's over 180,000 points that I just registered from 2 ginormous jumps plus other things. Well, and look at that. I got myself a gearbox that's going to upgrade my jumping skills. And with that, Hog Wild mission success means that I've just defeated this off-road league. And now I unlock the new Acura NSX as a prize. And another car too? Lamborghini Diablo SV. Wow. A third? Really? Jaguar F-Type R Coupe. Wow, this is so freaking generous. Just because I defeated a league here that excels in off-road racing. Man, 3 cars in a row, plus an upgrade card with a D for my current vehicle right here. An upgrade to the gearbox on this little BMW off-roader itself. And I really have to be honest about all this. Like, that's another thing that I could probably consider why this game can pretty much surpass all the others by far in so many different ways. Because when are you going to be seeing 3 cars unlocked at a time when you defeat a certain group out there? A group of enemies, pretty much. I probably can't do good in this drifting competition, right? Okay. Yeah, I figured that would be the case right there. So you know what? I'm probably just going to have to leave it alone. But you know what? Whatever the case is, I sure do hope that I'm going to be seeing a lot of new innovations and probably some more improvements. Like I've said, Need for Speed Rivals is amazing for the fact that you can play as both the racers and the police, rival against each other, and also collect different things to fight against each other, including EMPs and mines. Need for Speed 2015 certainly does a good job at being a reboot with a rather unique story involving live actors, pretty much. Then we got Need for Speed Payback right here, which has a pretty awesome story as well, but it does seem to be a bit more conveying and a bit more coherent in terms of how a plot line in a sort of action movie would take place. Meanwhile, we also got Need for Speed Heat, which is still the most recent one we got, even though we're probably going to be seeing some announcements for a newer title out there. The first release to the PlayStation 5, but it might also be ported to the PS4 just in case. Yeah, because many of us still don't own a PS5 console or Xbox Series X. But aside from that, the point is, Payback really is the best title of all the Need for Speed entries that I have played. Considering how I played a lot, that's really saying a lot. Yeah, it just looks like I got myself a new mission right here, and there we go. Wow. The speed trap, basically. Oh. Off-road circuit race? Yeah. See how we can do. Alright, party time. A new cutscene. Wow.
It's over. The house controls the best leagues. We own the cops. You'll never get into the rush. Leave while you can.
You're afraid. All that money and power, and you're terrified it won't be enough to stop me.
I will finish this wound. You understand? No matter the cost.
See you on the starting.
Oh man. Head to head with each other.
Hey, Raph.
Now that the party's over, it's time to plan our next move. Come by the airport.
Well, looks like we got ourselves another part of the story with another cutscene involved. As a result of that, it looks like we have to drive all the way over there, but first things first, we're going to try our hands at another competition. So, head into this dealership here where we can see, let's see. I mean, these are all off-road vehicles. I don't really see a whole lot of purpose in this, but still. We're going to see what we can do down the line here, but that's going to cut it for today, and I'm going to be back tomorrow with another new topic for the Enlightening venture, and until that happens, well, you know what to do.